Today we're cooking steamed chicken, Singapore style, with a seasoned rice. So let's start. Tell you what's the ingredients we're gonna need today. Today I use the chicken thigh. It's a fillet, and also we have green onions. We have the most important things with this is the ginger, sliced ginger. Rice, obviously you have to rice. This cup of rice is equivalent, we instead of using the regular water, we use the chicken broth. Chicken broth. The amount, it's supposed to be 1:1. The way you cook the rice is 1:1. 1 cup of rice, 1 cup of broth. But because we're using chicken to mix it up, we have to be a little bit more. Instead of one cup, we have to use about 1.5 cup or even 1/3, because the chicken will absorb the sauce and the broth, and at the same time will not cook properly about the rice. Okay, then let me show you how to start cooking about this. And also, by the way, the seasoning we're gonna use, we have Kikkoman soy sauce, and we have Shaohui cooking wine, and also sesame oil. Those are the main ingredients that we're gonna use. That's all we're gonna need. We don't even need the salt. It's a chicken broth we're gonna use. This is already for the cup of that. All right, and let me show you how to start to cook. By the way, just want to let you know, this is very easy to cook. It takes only 20 to 25 minutes, no longer than that. Let's start with the rice. I'm gonna cook 2 cups of rice, and now for 4 people to feed, or more than that. 2 cups of rice. Let's pour it there. Pour it there. Okay. And then, instead of using regular water, like I said earlier, we're gonna use the chicken broth. First, we do the high heat first. Okay. This is normally without the meat, it's 1:1. But we have the meat, chicken, we have to bake at least 1.5 every cup. So in other words, we have to use 3 cups of water, 3 cups of chicken broth, because if they're gonna absorb, we're gonna put the chicken there to absorb the broth, and will not be enough water for the rice to cook it properly. Okay, here we go. First of all, and now we have to start with the high heat, and then we're gonna put everything together. The reason why? So while this is still raw, try to get all the juice of the chicken. Well, let the rice absorb all the flavor of the chicken. Let's start with the ginger. Ginger there. This has to be sliced. Ginger very important because that's the flavor we're gonna use. Here we go. Okay, and then green onions. The green onion. Okay. And then we'll put the chicken on the top. 4 pieces of chicken thigh. We'll feed more than 4 people. Okay. While this boiling right now here, we're gonna let it boil. Pour a little bit Kikkoman soy sauce. That's probably 1 tablespoon. Okay. Chinese wine, cooking wine, just sprinkle, not too much, because it's very strong. This you can get at any Asian store, Asian Chinese store. You can get the Japanese store, you can get the Korean store, especially Chinese store, obviously. And sesame oil. Sesame oil is very important. That brings a lot of good flavor, but not too much. When you put too much sesame oil, it will ruin the flavor. It's too strong, not because sesame oil is a very strong flavor. It's just a couple drops. That's good. And then we put a little bit white pepper. A splash of white pepper. That's it. From here, we're pretty much done. We're gonna cover up. High heat. The high heat, when it's boiled, we'll stop boiling already. When we're gonna come down, medium heat, and takes about 15-20 minutes. Right now, let's wait boil for a while. Right now, once it get boiled, everything boiled, and then we're gonna lower the heat for about 15-20 minutes. All right. Right now, you see it's boiling right now. That's how it looks like. So put the lid back and put that in the medium heat. This heat, because cooking rice, we cannot use a big fire. because it's gonna burn and it's not gonna cook properly. So normally, even the rice cooker, they use only the medium heat in order to, and then you watch, because the chicken is there, they're going to absorb all the flavor of the meat goes to the rice. That's why the rice become a seasoned rice. While we're waiting to cooking the whole steamed chicken and steamed rice, we're gonna make some dipping sauce for that. The dipping sauce are tiny green onions, fresh garlic, chopped fresh ginger. Have to be chop it real fine. You can make it fine. At the same time, we have to put a salt in there, any kind of salt. But don't make it too, because the steamed chicken is kind of light. It's just to put dipping sauce a little bit salty, but not very salty. At the same time, we use olive oil. Normally, people use regular vegetable oil. And for me, I'm using olive oil, which tastes much better. About half a teaspoon. Yeah. Okay. Then we'll mix it. Okay. Put some more oil, just might not be enough later. Just olive oil. Alright. Supposed to look before we flavor it. 15 minutes. For first 2 minutes, the big fire. When it stops boiling, lower the flame for medium. It takes about 15 minutes, 15 minutes, and after 15 minutes, turn off the flame and let it sit for the next 5 minutes to absorb all the flavor.